let me show you what I've got. So this right here is the exact same bike, 1983 Magna V65, same year, same bike, same everything. Obviously it's black instead of blue, and it's much more complete. It's much cleaner, it's much nicer. So I feel pretty good about that. The battery died on the way home, which, by the way, the Mad Max, what a trooper, drove 2 hours there and then hauled the motorcycle 2 hours back with no problems. So shout out to that truck. At least something I built was reliable. The battery, I guess, died on the way home, but it did turn on at the guy's place and it did turn over, so I know the engine isn't locked up. So I think what I'm gonna do is just combine the parts off the two bikes to make one solid bike and then ride it around. As you can see, there's some key differences. The handlebars on this one I don't really like. I think I'm gonna take the handlebars and the mirrors off that one, put them on this. This one was not starting, and the guy thought it was because the carburetors were gummed up, and based off the description he gave, it's probably accurate. But I know where a set of brand newly rebuilt carburetors are. Right there. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna take the carbs off that bike, throw them on this one, throw my brand new battery on this, and probably end up taking the tires off that one. Either that or take this straight to a tire shop to get new ones, because this back tire is spinked. But other than that, the thing is pretty much ready to go. This one has no rear brake, so I need to figure out something for that. And the clutch feels like it needs to be bled. Feels like it has no clutch. So with 2 bikes worth of parts, I bet we can get this thing running pretty quick. So I'm gonna start taking it apart and definitely put the battery and the carbs over here, and then try and start it and see what else she needs. All right, it's about an hour later, and I already took the battery from here and put it in this bike. As you can see, she starts up. Well, she turns on anyways. I checked and there is oil in there, but I'm gonna change it just because I don't know how old it is. And I managed to pull the carb off this bike and pull the carbs off this bike as well. So basically, I'm just gonna throw these ones that I know work on here, even though these ones look really clean. But apparently they're gummed up, so I don't know. I know these ones work, so I'll throw those on. I'll have spares here, so that'll be good. One step closer, and I'm starting to wonder if what is wrong with this thing is the fuel pump. Probably gonna put that end of the fuel hose in a gas can to see if she's spitting fuel at all. So one thing at a time, but we are getting there. Probably will also take the spark plugs out of that bike that are brand new and put them in this, so should be good. All right, so we got the carbs on that come off this bike, the ones I've just rebuilt. There's the old ones over there. Although those are cleaner, these ones function. So got them on, got everything tightened down. I haven't put the air box on yet, but I'm just gonna see if this thing starts. I did check for spark and fuel, and as I crank the bike, we get both fuel and spark. So now I'm gonna see if she'll start. Wait, choke it. What do you know? We got a running bike again, boys. What you doing? Okay, so about the Magnas. I got this one running, as you saw. Basically, to get it running, all I had to do was take the recently rebuilt carbs off of this one with the blown engine and put them on this, and she started right up. And from there, I just did simple things like bleeding the coolant, filling with new oil, checking the oil level and all that good stuff. Both the tires on this one were shot, and this one had a good rear tire and a brand new front tire. So I took both of those things and put them on this one. I just got done test driving her. She drives great. All of the gauges and things work except for the speedo, which I think she needs a new cable. So not really a big deal, but I will get one. One thing I don't like about this bike is the handlebar position. It just feels weird at this angle. See how like you basically ride like this, And then this one over here with the stock handlebars, I don't know, it just felt more natural. Like it felt more comfortable to me to ride like that rather than riding like this. So I think I am gonna swap the handlebars from this one over to that one. And then basically I'm gonna take all the other pieces and put them on this bike just so that one, they're kept together, and two, I can just roll the bike out of the way. So now that this thing's running, I'm going to spend a little bit of time cruising, getting her dialed in, all that sort of stuff. So that's where I'm going from here. I'm just gonna swap the handlebars, and then that bike's basically done, at least for now. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna push this one out of the way for now. All I need for this bike to be running again is a new engine. So to get the parts, like the bearings and stuff, to rebuild these engines is difficult at best. A lot of times you can't find the bearing you need depending on which exact one blew. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put an ad on Craigslist and keep an eye on Craigslist and try to find a new engine for this. And then it's boring to have two of the same exact bike. I mean, why would you do that? So I think I'm gonna build a bobber or a chopper out of this one. I think it'd be really neat. And I'll be much more motivated to work on it when I've got something else I can ride in the meantime. You know, so I can go on cruises with buddies and stuff like that. But don't worry, I'm not gonna get rid of this one. I am pretty dead set on the idea of building a chopper out of it. I think that'd be pretty sweet. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, that's the direction I'm going from here. All right, so time for another little update on the Magnas. So I took this one out for a cruise with my friends last weekend, and we cruised around for about 4 hours with stops, and we put probably 100 miles on our bikes, and this one did it with no problems. And I'm real impressed with it, which is good because we've got a big cruise coming up here in a couple months, and we're gonna be going for a pretty long trip. It'll be like a 4-day cruise. So I took it out for another couple hours today, just got back. She did great. She doesn't leak anything. She stays cool. I don't get any lights, any warning lights or anything like for the oil or anything like that. So this $800 bike, once I swapped over the carbs, basically bled the coolant and changed the oil, and it's a completely reliable bike. So that's pretty sick. I'm really happy with it. And so that just leaves the question of what to do with this one. Basically, this is a complete parts bike. The carbs that are on there are the gummed up carbs that came off this bike. I will keep it and use it as a parts bike. And I'll probably actually take the thing apart and see if I can find a new engine. Probably build something cool out of it, like a chopper, a bobber, or something like that. I've never built a motorcycle before, but I think that could be really sick. So yeah, stay tuned and let me know in the comments if you guys want to see like a chopper or a bobber type of build. So I'm really considering it, and I just need you guys to let me know what you want to see. Okay, so the Magna. I've been riding it around for a couple of weeks, and it's doing great. I did order some upgrades for it, so here's what I've got. I say upgrades, it's just really things that I wanted. So this is a phone mount. They have a brand name of them, and those cost like 50 bucks. This one was like $9 on eBay, and it seems pretty good. Feels like it would hold the phone steady. It also has a phone charger, and these ends just go to the battery terminals, I assume. So that should be pretty sick. I'm gonna put it on the bike, and I'll let you guys know how it does. If it's that bad, I'll just get the brand name one, but I don't know. Seems like it might be $9 well spent, so we'll see about that. And then over here, I have a bag that has straps on the back of it, and it has backpack straps as well, but there's these 3 straps here that mount to the sissy bar rack, whatever you would call that, sissy bar, I guess. But yeah, it mounts to that. And the main reason I got that is for the cruise coming up, for my dad's birthday. My brothers and I are all getting bikes and going, and it'll be a blast. So now I got something to put some luggage in. And then in that box there, we have a windshield. So I'm gonna try and throw all this stuff on before work today and see how she looks. And then I'll have some time to drive around with these things and see if any of it needs to be adjusted or anything like that. So should be good.